Hi, so if you are watching this, you are most likely wanting to start trading or investing and you want to know the truth behind it. So let's just jump right into it. Trading is just like starting up a business and scaling it. You have to start small and you have to make sure that you grow slowly and correctly in order to become a profitable business. So just like a business, you just have to apply it to trading. Start small, make sure you have the correct fundamentals, and the correct knowledge as well, and eventually you can basically make a lot of money doing this. So let's just start with the very first thing. How much money can you make? So one of the key things is with trading, the more money you have, the more money you make. I'll repeat that because it's very important. The more money you have, the more money you will make. So what does this mean? So let's say a day trader can make 1 to 2% every day. That's his goal and he reaches his goal every day. So let's say he trades with $1,000. So if he trades with $1,000, 1 to 2% is just going to be $10 or $20. And if he's trading with, let's say, $100,000, which is completely possible, it's very possible to do so. It's very easy as well. With time, once you scale it, 100,000 is gonna be, well, literally nothing. So let's say he or she just trade with $100,000. So making 1 to 2% is basically $1,000 to $2,000 on average. It doesn't have to be 1 to 2%. It can be 5 to 10. So if it's 5 to 10, that means he's making anywhere between $50 and $100 if he's trading with $1,000 account, and he's making somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 if he's trading with $100,000 portfolio. So that's why the percentages matter more than the dollar amount. So your goal as you are starting out is focus on the percentage profit that you make, not the dollar amount. It doesn't matter if you made $1 million profit or $10 profit. What you have to focus on is the percentage, because once you have a proper percentage, let's say you scale your portfolio, you started with $100, you're making 10% today, which is, well, it's not possible to make 10% every day, but let's say hypothetically you make 10% today, 10% every day. So with $1,000, you're making $100 every day. But as you scale, let's say with time, you moved on to a $10,000 portfolio. So with a $10,000 portfolio, 10% is going to be 1,000, and with a $100,000 portfolio, it's going to be 10,000 every day. So the percentages matter, not the dollar amount. So make sure to focus on the percentages as you are starting out, because that matters more than the dollar amount that you are making. So if you don't have a lot of capital to start with, you can use something called leverage. So leverage is basically, let's say I'm taking $1,000 trade and I put in a 5 times leverage. That $1,000 is gonna be counted as 5,000. So that leverage is 5 times. So instead of our portfolio being $1,000, the trading app treats it as 5,000, and all those profits we get to keep. I do not recommend this to anyone starting out. That is one of the easiest ways for you to lose your money and for you to blow up your account. So do not use leverage as you are starting out. Eventually, with time, once you become consistent, that's going to be a key tool that can elevate your success. Also, one of the main things is Ricky Gutierrez, who has been a day trader for multiple years now. I've seen him make $50,000 a day. Imagine that potential that even you can do it, because if he did, I'm pretty sure you can as well, and I can as well. So our focus is basically starting out, being consistent, and then scaling up. Because if someone else made $50,000 in one day, I'm pretty sure we all can. We just have to be focused, and I don't see why I can't do that. So yeah, that was one quick example of a person who is very successful. And what I'm doing is I'm swing trading rather than day trading, because for me it doesn't really fit my schedule to be a day trader, so I'm swing trading instead. But let's move on to the second point. Is trading a get rich quick scheme? Unfortunately, no. If anything, trading or investing is a get rich slow scheme, because I've spent 2 years just learning and losing money, but I actually needed to do that in order for me to become consistent, in order for me to be properly profitable and learn the lessons that you have to learn. So the truth is, you're gonna spend a few months, a few years learning. You're gonna spend a few months, a few years losing, and then eventually, once you start learning, once you pick up on the little things, it'll be far, far easier for you to become successful. So, in order for you to build the fundamentals, it can take basically a couple of days, a couple of months, or a couple of years. The truth is, you can learn the fundamentals anywhere. There are paid courses out there which you can pay for. Ricky Gutierrez, the successful trader I told you, he's selling his course. You can join that if you want to. Completely up to you. But how I learned was that I literally learned everything on YouTube. There wasn't a clear structure, so I had to literally break everything down, pick out the topics that I wanted to learn, and then I had to go from there. So my aim with my YouTube channel is basically trying to teach you guys about the trading things that I couldn't learn in a proper format or learn in a proper order. So I'm just putting out the videos because it's planned. All the content that I put out is planned in a way where it can help you literally for free. All you gotta do is just watch. I'm not charging you for anything. It's just literally out there. If you want to join, subscribe, let's become successful traders together. The reason I do YouTube is to save you some time, just to make sure that you are aware of the mistakes that you can easily make, and hopefully get you to avoid them so that you don't have to spend a lot of time learning from them. It is important that you learn, but you don't really have to make mistakes to learn from them. You can just take someone else who has done them and basically learn from their mistakes and then make sure that you don't do it. And moving on, what are the keys to trading? I will basically make a YouTube video on how to become a successful trader, with which is a completely different video, but I'll just quickly go through the points. One, focus on the percentages, not the returns in dollar amounts. It's easy to make money, but it's harder to keep it, because it's easy to become profitable, but it's harder to take your profits because you can be very greedy. So that's the second thing. Three, become a disciplined trader. And four would be make mistakes and make sure to learn from your mistakes. Do not keep making the same mistakes a million times, because if you do that, you just plain dumb. I'm sorry, but you're just plain dumb if you keep making the same mistake every time. And lastly, learn how to manage risk. That is the key. The key to become successful. I've made a small video on that. I will link it below if you want to check it out. But managing your risk is the difference between a successful person and a person who's just doing it for fun, or just a loser. So be very, very good at managing your risk. And moving on, I'm pretty sure that you have seen people who have invested just a little amount of capital and then made millions of it. Can you do it? Absolutely not, because they have either lucked out, or what they have done is they've taken massive, massive catastrophic risk in order to do that. So I've seen people lose houses, lose their own cars, lose a lot of their own personal assets trying to get rich, which is actually stupid and actually dumb as hell. But your job is not to put your house on a second mortgage, take your money out and invest it. No, do not. That's just plain dumb. I'm just putting it out there. It's plain dumb. Do not do that. Always invest with money that you can afford to basically lose, or use your money, but use it wisely. Just don't be a dumbass out there. And taking massive risk is a guaranteed way to basically either blow up your account. It's 99% of the time you're just gonna blow up your account by taking stupid risk, and 1% of the time you're just gonna win. But I do not recommend that strategy. It's like buying a lottery, so you can just spend all of your money, but you're not gonna win. At the end of the day, you are not gonna win the lottery. It's just plain dumb. It's a plain scam. I'm not gonna get into that, but do not take dumb risk trying to get rich. The last thing is, how much time do you have to spend doing all of this trading, learning about it? To be honest, there's two aspects of it. The very first aspect is the learning aspect. So the learning aspect will, it depends on who you are as a person. I learn quick, smart when it comes to academic stuff. But so that has helped me save a lot of time when it comes to building my foundation. So I've spent a few years learning, what I did was, there is a YouTuber called Rainer Teo out there. I literally watched all of his videos, so that is a lot of time learning, just building the fundamentals. It doesn't matter if I've watched him before, I rewatch them, because building your fundamentals is very important. I will link his channel down in the description section if you want to check him out. Depend on who you are as a person and how committed you are, because it can literally take a week, a month, a year. It all depends on you, on how much time it takes for you to learn the fundamentals. I'm putting it out there as well. If you want to learn, it's just free. Once again, just watch the videos. It's completely up to you. And after you build the fundamentals, you have to spend time actioning, as in taking action, and actually getting in and out of trade. So that will probably take a while for you to master. It once again depends on every person. For me, it took around 2 years for me to become profitable. It is what it is. I'm glad that at least after 2 years I'm being profitable now. So it's gonna take a while, because it's easy to learn the fundamentals, but it's hard for you to action it. For day traders, they usually spend a bit of time researching or sitting behind screens. I would say the minimum that they spend is somewhere around 2 to 3 hours a day behind a screen, or sitting behind a screen. That's the minimum, because I'm pretty sure I've seen day traders out there just sitting behind the screen making a lot of money, but it does take some time. Um, a smart way to go about it, just setting your alerts, setting your trades, and then just leaving your plan, just go into play. And the second is swing traders. That is what I do. I spend around 2 hours every day. Um, I don't really take trades, but I just watch how the market moves, basically analyze it. Not even 2 hours, I would say like 1 hour or even less than that. Because I'm a swing trader, I trade on the higher time frame. If you want to learn the difference between a day trader, swing trader, or an investor, I will put that video down below as well. Just you can just click on the link, watch it. So that is the basic hardcore truth about trading. The chances that you get lucky and become a successful trader overnight is zero, honestly. Do not come into trading thinking that you can just make a few bucks here and there and then leave. Because the truth is, once you are trading, you're gonna love it. It's gonna take a bit of time. You gotta be patient. You gotta be willing to learn. You gotta be willing to admit your mistakes. The game is not rigged. The game is not against you. Learn how to play the game, and you will win. So I will leave it there. Hope you guys found something insightful out this. If you did, like and subscribe. I will drop my content in the future. And yeah, I will leave it there. Have a good one, guys. See ya.